welcome back to my channel. So as the title says, today we're going to be doing a first impressions of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundations. Basically, I'm just going to give you my first impressions. We're going to go throughout my day. I'll do check-ins for you guys so you can see how it's wearing throughout the day. It's been like 90 plus degrees here in Florida, so this will be a really good like wear test to see if it's going to withstand the heat. And yeah, I'm really excited about these. Oh, and also before we get into today's video, I wanted to show you guys real quick. I cut my hair shorter. So if you remember, it was probably about down to here. I cut off quite a few inches, and yeah, I just like it so much better. I have to dye my hair so often. If you have like a pink or a red like base hair color, you know it washes out so incredibly fast, so I'm always having to redo my hair, and it just got really damaged. So I finally was just like, I've had enough. I'm gonna cut my hair. I've had it done for a few weeks now, and it's definitely grown on me. It just feels so much better. It's easier to straighten and curl and wash, and there's less hair to dye now, so I really enjoyed it. And honestly, me and Matt did it like ourselves. One day I was just like, will you help me cut my hair? And he was like, sure, why not? We totally should have filmed that. That would have been funny, but we did do it ourselves, so if it's not perfect, don't hate, but I think it looks pretty good for us doing it at home. We are just like those type of people. I cut Matt's hair too. I probably cut his hair for the past year and a half, so we just like to do things ourselves. I honestly just find it really fun. It's kind of like me doing makeup. I just like playing around and like doing things with my hair, so yeah. I just want to show you guys my new hair and what it looks like. I really love it, and it's a lot easier to manage, that's for sure. So yeah, I think that's basically everything I wanted to update you guys on. Just really wanted to show you guys my hair, and let's go ahead and get into this first impressions video. Okay, so I went ahead and tied my hair back so that my hair obviously won't be in my face whenever we apply the foundation. So I did pull up on the Wet n Wild website the like description of the foundation so we know exactly how it's supposed to apply and wear. It says that it is a semi-matte finish infused with argan oil and sunflower seed oil for intense moisture. So that lets me know that it is going to be more of a hydrating foundation. What else? Lightweight, long-lasting coverage. Those I feel like are the main points. This is a very long paragraph, so I'm not going to bore you guys to death, but I am going to zoom you guys in really quick so you can see like all the details and how it exactly is applying and stuff like that. Okay, so I did go ahead and pick up 2 different shades because I was just very unsure which one was going to match me. So I have soft ivory and soft beige. So this is what the packaging looks like. It has the little twisty up. So this is what they look like swatched on the hand. This one's the lighter and this one's the darker one. Okay, so before we get started, I do want to go ahead and just prime one side of my face just to see if there's any difference if I have a primer underneath. So I'm just going to use the one that I've been using recently. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And if you are curious about this primer, I just did a full face using e.l.f. where I went into detail about this primer and a lot of other products that they just released, so I'll leave that down below for you guys if you are interested. Okay, so primer is all applied. So for applying the foundation, I think I'm gonna stick with my beauty sponge. I'm really not a brush type of person. I have the Sigma F80, so we may play around with just like a little patch on the face to see how it does blend out the product, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna like it better with the sponge just because that's what I use typically, but you never know until you try it. But I'm gonna start with the darker shade. That lighter one, when I swatched it on my hand, looked a little bit too pale for me, so I'm really hoping that this one is gonna look better. So we're gonna start with the prime side. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I think this color is gonna look pretty good. Like I said, never used a stick foundation before, so I'm really not sure like how much to apply. I don't wanna over apply, so we'll start, I know that looks like a lot. I'm really not sure. We'll start with that much. I'm just gonna use my little e.l.f. beauty sponge. Love this so much. And we're gonna just start applying. The first thing I noticed is as I was gliding it over my face, it definitely kind of warmed up and melted onto the skin. So I guess that's the like argan oil and stuff that's in here warming up with the heat of the skin. I think this color is pretty good. Yeah, I think this color is gonna be good. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize, because if it does, it probably will get too dark. I can definitely already tell this is a medium coverage foundation. It's not like full coverage. just because I see a few of my little freckles still and a little bit of redness right there, but it definitely has evened out my complexion. So if you don't like heavier or full coverage foundations, I think one layer of this would be perfect for you. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna do another layer. I don't think I'm gonna need that lighter one, so I'll definitely just keep that one as my winter shade. But let's do another layer just to see how it builds up, if it maybe will get to full coverage with 2 layers. I don't have like a ton of acne to cover up. I finally have figured out a really good skincare routine for my skin type, so thank the Lord. I don't have any current acne. I probably will though at some point because that's just life. But mainly what I look for in foundations is to cover up my redness, because you can see I'm just a little bit on the red side. So this is definitely though doing the job. And just in case you wanted to know or compare, I am combo skin. So for the most part, I'm oily like right around my forehead and then on my cheeks. And then I do get dry like around the perimeter of my face, and then the top of my nose gets really dry. So let's move right along to this side and start applying. So I'm not noticing really a big difference in like the application on the unprimed side. It's looking basically the same so far. And then since we did the 2 layers on this other side, I'm gonna do 2 layers on this side as well. And then really get my nose, because this is where foundation tends to break up on me first. I forgot to try a brush, oh my goodness. So let's blend out the top here with a brush. I totally forgot, I'm so sorry guys. I'm the worst. It's just because I'm not used to using brushes, so let me kind of blend out an area. I don't even know if this is gonna make any difference. I do notice though, I'm not gonna use this, that it kind of is wiping the foundation off. I don't know if you can tell, like right here, it kind of wiped it off. I guess because that brush is so dense and this is so moisturizing. So I would say just stick with your beauty sponge with this. So I definitely still kind of feel like it's not completely full coverage. Let me get my mirror. But so far, first impressions, very dewy. If you do not like a dewy foundation, I don't know if you would love this, but I will set it in a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. Let me zoom in for you guys even closer so you can really see like in detail. Okay, so this is zoomed in a little bit more than it probably should be. You can see literally everything, but I really do want you guys to see what the foundation looks like. I'm gonna try not to move too much, because sometimes when I move too much my camera doesn't want to focus, but you can see a little bit of redness just around like my nose area, kind of right in there around the cheek. It isn't settling though into fine lines, so normally I have some fine lines on my forehead and then, you know, the smile lines there. Not settling into there. It's not oxidizing, so the color is staying the same. And it's just very dewy. So now I'm gonna hop off here and just do a really simple makeup look. I mainly just wanna see how this foundation is gonna work with my concealer and powder and stuff like that, some of my face products. So I'm gonna hop off here, do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my makeup done and everything is looking pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy so far with the like overall outcome of how my makeup applied. I've had it on for about an hour now. I did have to let my camera battery charge and all of that fun stuff, but let me zoom in really quickly so you guys can see everything like up close. Okay, so here is everything really up close, just so that you guys can really see what it's looking like. The only like spots that I've noticed aren't my favorite are like right around in here. It's just a little shiny, so it's just kind of settling right in around in that area, but that's kind of my problem area with most foundations, so I'm not gonna knock it too hard in that area. But my forehead lines look a-okay. I really like the dewiness it's giving me there because it's like reflecting light, so you don't really see all those. Smile lines, not too bad at all. It's not really sinking in or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go about my day. I'll do little check-ins here and there. It's currently now 2:27, so basically 2:30. I'm not exactly sure how long I'm gonna wear this because I don't know what all me and Matt are gonna do this afternoon. I know we have to run some errands here and there, so I'll do check-ins for you guys throughout the day, and I'll also show you guys what this looks like in a more natural light. I may actually hop on my balcony here in just a second and just show you guys the more like natural light version of this, because like I said, the ring light kind of lightens everything up a little bit. So I'll do that here in a second. But yeah, this is where we're currently at, and I will check back in with you guys here in a little bit. Okay, so I'm out here on my balcony. I hope the lighting is good enough. There's a little bit of like cloud action going on, but hopefully, let me try to get a good spot. Hopefully you guys can see what everything is looking like. It looks really, really pretty. I'm actually very impressed. So far, like for a $6 foundation, it looks really good. Like I've tried $6 foundations that have looked way worse, and so I really love that it's not caking up anywhere. So I'm really impressed with that, because a lot of foundations tend to cake up on me. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. Let me get really close though, so you guys can really see. My skin just looks really flawless and just really pretty. So far so good. Just wanted to hop out here and show you guys what it looks like in a natural light. I like it though, so I'm just gonna continue my day and I'll check back in here in a little bit. Hey guys, so I am here for my technical first check-in, and Matthew is here with us. We're just like literally in the Goodwill parking lot. We're about to go look for some good deals like always, but I just wanted to do a check-in and get Matt's opinion. I've had this on since like 1:30 and it's basically 5 o'clock now, so it's how many hours? About 3.5, yeah. So far it's looking pretty good. It's, what is the temperature? It's 96 degrees right now, which is insane. What do you think it looks like? We'll get Matt's opinion because he does not lie. He will tell me the truth. So I've had it on for a little bit now, and I've definitely been sweating a little.
Not bad. It's not like breaking up too much or anything.
I feel like right around my nose maybe.
Just around
a
there,
little bit, right?
Yeah.
I think what it is whenever I was reading the description of the foundation, it did say it has argan oil in it. I think that's what it is. So it's supposed to be like a semi matte. No, it said semi matte, but I don't believe that. So that's why
I wouldn't think that it would be matte on it. I mean, some aspects look matte, but it's definitely got a
sheen to it.
Right.
I mean, obviously I have highlighter on, so
I'm not talking about that.
Right. It's just, but honestly, I think it looks good, because sometimes when foundations are too matte, it looks dry. Yeah. Or like cakey, or it cakes on certain spots. So I definitely think for my skin type, like I said, I'm combo, so it works for me. I can already tell you though, if you're oily, you're probably gonna wanna just like steer clear of it, because I feel like it would break apart on you in like an hour, depending on the climate that you live in. Like in LA, I could get away with this so much better because it's so dry there that my skin craved this type of foundation.
Right.
Here, it's humid and hot, so my face is dewy just naturally.
Honestly, I feel like if you're outside a whole lot though, it might end up breaking up more just because of natural heat and everything, but
true.
It'd be hard to tell unless you're outside all day. But
like if you have an office job.
Right, if you have an office job, you're gonna be fine, but like, who wants to wear a full beat face in 95-degree weather?
Yeah, I'm already struggling and I don't even have full beat on. But yeah, so far, so good. But we're gonna go into the Goodwill, do some thrifting, and I will do a check-in with you guys in a few hours, maybe a little less, maybe a little longer. So I will see you guys soon. So I'm back for my technical second check-in of the day. We're just outside of our apartment. We just got finished running a ton of errands. We forgot some stuff though, so we have to go back, of course. I feel like that happens every single time. You always forget the like literal main purpose that you go to the store for. But it's really hot, so I feel like I look like a complete mess, and I'm so tired for some reason today, so I just feel like I just am not looking my best, but that's okay. Foundation is kind of breaking down a little bit. It's been about another hour and a half almost now.
Almost 2.
But just a little close-up, I'm very impressed that it's not settling really into, sorry, I'm literally sweating. It's not settling into any of my fine lines, which is really, really nice. Right here, it is settling into my pores a little bit, and it's kind of, you can see texture, and I think it's just because it's really shiny, like right in here. But all in all, it looks pretty good. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Honestly, I thought it was gonna break up way quicker than it has. I haven't had it on for too long, but I feel like I've worn it outside a lot, so that's kind of equivalent to having it on for more hours. But we're gonna go get what we forgot at the store, and I'm gonna get a Starbucks because I'm really tired and I still have to finish up this video. So yeah, so far so good. This is gonna be my final like check-in, but I will sit down here in like an hour or so and wrap everything up, let you guys know how I feel about the foundation, whether I would recommend it or not, all that good stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys soon. Okay, so I am back with my final check-in of today. I don't have my phone around me, but it's been roughly about 7 hours or so since I've had this on. I was gonna try to do 8 hours, but I think I have my opinion of it, and honestly, I'm ready to wash my face. So I figured I would just come in here and do this final check-in real quick. So all in all, it is very shiny right now. I don't know if you can completely tell. Let me though zoom in. So all in all, it's not the worst foundation like look-wise, but it is very, very shiny. It's also been like 90 degrees plus here in Florida, so I think a lot of this is just like from me being like extremely hot and it's really humid, and this is just what happens to my face whenever I'm outside in all of the heat and humidity. But let me scoot up here. This area right here is honestly what is bothering me the most, and it's not even really bothering me, but it's just the one area that isn't my favorite. Let me get my mirror so I can see really up close. So as you can see, it's just kind of like settling. One thing I did notice is none of the foundation rubbed off, and I do remember a few times I kind of like was scratching my nose. So I'm very impressed with the fact that it did live up to its claim of being long lasting. So it said that in the little description that I read earlier, and definitely it is very, very long lasting, but it is very shiny. So I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that it does have those few oils in it. So I think they're just kind of coming to the surface and just mixing in with the oil that already produces on my skin. So I think that's where all of that's coming from. So something I do kind of want to do real quick though is I have these little oil blotting sheets, and I kind of want to, let me grab my mirror. I kind of want to see if we can get any of this oil off. So say that you were wearing this and you were to work or something, and then you had somewhere to go when you got off work in case you didn't have time to come home and obviously redo your makeup. So I just want to see, because I didn't do this throughout the day because I really wanted to see how it was going to wear on its own. Oh, that is so oily. I don't know if you can see that. It's like disgusting. But usually if you do get oily like this, you don't want to go in with straight powder because the oil and the powder aren't going to look very good on your skin. It's going to look super cakey. So I would recommend either using something like this or a tissue and blotting off all that excess oil. And then let me grab a little powder brush here. I'm just going to take some of my Coty Airspun powder. I am just going to take this all along the places that got oily, basically everywhere, and see if we can kind of revive it a little bit and make it look a little bit more wearable. So that made a big difference. Do you see that? That looks so good. I really do actually like this foundation a lot. Like, I've not had too many negatives with it, and that literally, I am just gonna scoot up this time, but that literally made such a big difference. Now it doesn't look overly oily, it just looks like I have a fresh face, and it's just like more of a dewy look. It doesn't look like, oh, dang, she's very oily, you know what I mean? So for my like final thoughts and my wrap up of this entire video, I would definitely recommend this if you have more combination to dry skin. I would probably steer clear of it if you are super oily. I don't know if you would really love it, and I don't know if you would want, you know, the hassle of having to blot and powder throughout the day. If you are down for that, then I think you can totally make it work. Definitely maybe when it's not so hot outside, I feel like this would last a little bit longer. But I do have another recommendation. So if you are super oily, they do actually make the Photo Focus in a liquid foundation, and I find this one to be a little bit more mattifying. So if this is a no-go for you because it does have those oils and you are just afraid it's gonna make you look even more oily, I don't blame you. I would just maybe stick with their liquid one. I've been using this for years now, and it's one of my favorites. I love it so much. It lasts just as long as this, if not longer, because it is a little bit more matte. So yeah, if you can't do this, definitely check this one out at the drugstore because it's really, really good. So yeah, that is it. That is my final thoughts on everything. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this first impressions video. I had So much fun filming this for you guys. I love these type of videos. Like foundation videos are my favorite because you really get to see how it looks before you buy it. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well. I'll leave all the info down below of the shades and the products that I used today. And that is it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!